What's up everybody, this is Jack from Crypto 49er, bringing you my knowledge in cryptocurrency. Today I want to talk about the Gekko Trading Bot, RSI Ladder Sell. But I know if you guys are reading the title, you'll see that I am taking a break from making videos on YouTube, at least for a month right now. I'll get to that at the end of this video. But let me go ahead and explain what today's video is about. So RSI Ladder Sell is a strategy that I've written up to really take advantage of some key aspects of the RSI. So this is the strategy for RSI Ladder Sell, and what it does right now is it buys when it goes below 20, because based on my previous video on RSI analysis, you'll see that your strategy usually makes more profit, has a better chance of making profit when RSI goes below 20 instead of 30, which is the standard that people use. Anyway, so buy when the RSI is below 20. It'll set a stop loss at 2%. It'll use a laddering strategy where it sells 25% of it when it passes 70 and falls. So when it passes 70 the first time and falls, it's going to sell 25%. And then the next time it passes 70 and falls again, it's going to sell the rest of it. And then finally, it also sell if price goes up 5% in one candle. So why am I creating a strategy like this? Well, first of all, this is not really my idea, but I know a lot of traders, like day traders on cryptocurrency specifically, use this kind of strategy where they would sell a portion of it, like 25%, to hedge against that stop loss. The 2% stop loss isn't really big, but you want to still make some money, where if you're making 25% and then you take a 2% stop loss, you're pretty much breaking even, or maybe making a little bit profit out of it. And in addition, if you look at the charts right here, so this is a chart of Ethereum Classic, the 5-minute time frame. And I know on one of the recent comments I got from the Cut, he said don't trade ETH Classic, it's dead. Well, I agree. I actually agree that ETH Classic is a dead coin, but in my opinion, I don't really care if coins are dead as long as is being traded upon in a major exchange and it is volatile enough to make a good profit. That's all I care about. It's really about the profitability of the coin, not really the long-term future of this coin. So I mean, Ethereum Classic might still be around in a couple of years. I don't know. It might actually it might go up a lot in a couple of years. I don't really know, but I don't really believe in the long-term future. I just believe in the current moment, like basically in the time frame of talking about like days or maybe at most weeks. So Ethereum Classic is definitely volatile enough that it's worth trading with, especially since looking at this candle right here, a 46% gain in one day. This is something that is more than enough reason why I would want to trade Ethereum Classic. So anyway, going back to this chart over here, well, we found a basic strategy where it's a 30 to 70, right? So 30, if it goes below 30, it's oversold. If it goes above 70, it's overbought. This is what you will do. You buy over here and you sell over here. And then what happens is it will not go oversold again, but it will go back up and hits 70 again. So this is what we're trying to capitalize. So this range right here where you sell 25%, but then you can sell another 75% up here. So you can sell 25% actually really closer down here. And then when you sell the 75%, you're going to make an additional 1.58%. So that is the idea of this strategy. Let's counter the fact that sometimes when the coin hits overbought, it doesn't fall back to oversold level until it actually goes back up to overbought again. This is what a lot of the industry, what a lot of the day trader call the double top. So let me show you this code to show you how it works. So in here, it's pretty much like my other strategies I wrote for RSI. It's very straightforward. There is a buy limit, sell limit over here, just because this way you will be able to set the limit of how much you want to use within the strategy. In addition, the sell limit will be used to determine how much we actually selling for the first time, right? 25% for the first time, 75% for the second time. So we do need the buy sell limits here. So the heart of it is obviously in the check function right here. So the first one really is just buy when RSI is below 20. Actually, when RSI is greater than 20. Essentially what it is we're waiting for it to fall below 20. RSI history 8 is the previous candle. The previous candle has to be below 20. And then the current candle, RSI history 9, you could use the same thing as RSI 5 result. That would be basically the current candle. The current candle is greater than 20. So essentially, you're waiting for it to bounce up before you buy. So once it bounces up back above 20, you put in a buy order to buy. And then this actually right here, this log statement with all these things, listing actually every single value in the RSI 5 history, is just to show exactly what has happened over the previous 9 candles. So once it buys, it's gonna wait until RSI hits 70 and starts falling. So essentially this is this check statement right here. This checks if RSI 8, again that's the previous RSI candle, is greater than the current candle, and the previous candle again is greater than 70. So that's what we're looking for. If it once it goes above 70, it could be like 80, and then it starts falling back down to 75. That's when it triggers this particular statement to sell. And we're gonna sell because we set a variable called sell 25, which is the sell limit divided by 4. This will sell only 25% of it, and that's the idea. And then after we sell 25%, we're gonna set this boolean sold 25%, which we have declared all the way up here. Originally is false. We're going to turn that to true. This is basically a flag to let us know what is our current situation in terms of how much we sold so far. The next if statement checks if we sold 25% of it, and if the previous candle is less than 70 and then the current candle is greater than 70, meaning that we fell back down below 70, and then when we're going back up already, so in the current candle we are back above 70, so that means that back below 70 equals true, because at this point we previously went below 70, so we're trying to aim for that again, that double top situation. So once that happens, then we can sell remaining 75%. So in this case, if sold 25% is true and back below 70 is true, and the previous candle is greater than the current candle, meaning that this particular statement right here, it won't happen in the same candle. These two won't happen in the same candle. So this will happen in a previous candle, and this could happen in the current candle. We'll get this to activate, this particular if statement to sell 75%. We'll get it to activate only when the previous candle is greater than the current candle and the previous candle is greater than 70. That's why this logic right here, where RSI is greater than 70, or the RSI of the previous candle is greater than 70, is different than this logic. We have to make sure that they're different, because otherwise both of these statements trigger in the same candle and the logic's all broken. So we definitely needed to trigger on different candles. So this one gets triggered in the previous candle or the candle even before that, and this one gets triggered either 1 or 2 or 3, 4 candles later. That is the idea, so that it will sell the rest of it. And the amount, we're just gonna say sell limit. So in the on trade function and the sell function here, we actually also we update the buy limit and also sell limit on the sell, so that we know how much we have left in the sell limit. So that going back up here, the sell limit would be the accurate amount, basically whatever is left in the 75% that is left to sell. So once it sells that, it completes the cycle and we have sold 100% of what we bought to begin with. So now there is the two other sell situations where it sells if it's a 2% stop loss. Very simple stop loss. So basically current price is less than the buy price times 0.98%. So 98% of the buy price is basically a 2% stop loss. So if it hits that, we're gonna sell. And the last thing is sell if candle goes up 5%. So this is where if the candle.close minus candle.open is greater than candle 5. So the 5-minute candle close times 0.05. So basically greater than the 5%. So if the close price minus the open price is 5% greater than the close price, then we're gonna sell. So far, I have to say I haven't hit this in my backtest. And now let's go into the story of the backtesting. The backtest I ran, unfortunately, it looks horrible for this strategy. And it actually lost 29% if we were running on the 5-minute time frame. And if we run it in the hourly time frame, it only loses 8%. So why am I showing you guys probably a broken strategy in the sense? It isn't worth your time in a sense. Well, for one, this strategy is what day traders really use on a day-to-day basis. And secondly, I was looking through the backtesting and I noticed something. I noticed that if you look right here where it bought and sell, it sells the whole entire amount at once. And that's kind of the problem. So where the selling 75% isn't working in the backtesting. And then when I look through the paper trader, it actually doesn't have the code for it. So essentially, this is the reason why I need to take a break and take a hiatus from making videos for you guys, unfortunately, because the code I have basically on my GitHub right now, they're kind of screwed up pretty badly in the sense like Trader doesn't even have like this version of Trader. This is my EXP, my experimental branch. This doesn't even have the buy sell limits in there, which is really messed up. Right now, if you look at the amounts, let me see where it is. So it's on the process advice right here. So process advice, the function, and then let amounts. This is it, let amount, and then it doesn't actually use the amount that's inside the advice. So it's supposed to use that amount, but it doesn't. So, and if you look at the code, this is actually the code I pulled down from a working bot that I have on one of my VMs. It actually has this additional thing here. It actually uses advice.amount. So if I have advice.amount, that's when it uses that to calculate how much to trade with. So that's one reason why I really need to spend some time to clean up my whole entire repo, to fix everything, and just to make sure that everything is working the way it is supposed to. So that's why I really truly need some time off to really do that. Secondly, if you look at my Patreon, I have these tiers right here supporting my channel, access to private Telegram channel, and that alone is kind of broken. The access to my private Telegram channel is supposed to give you all these different signals for all these different coins, but I just don't think it runs that well. It works, but it's just not a great setup. So I definitely have so much better ideas for this that I really need to fix it up. So by the time this video comes out, this whole tier section is going to be pretty much gone except for this one right here, support my channel, at the $2 per month rate. Just because I still like writing those articles that really I believe will benefit you guys, and giving you guys information that I believe are relevant to making money in terms of with cryptocurrency. But the other stuff right now, all these other things, they are not providing the value that I think that they should be. And that's why I'll be deleting all these other tiers, and I'll just be leaving this one right here supporting my channel. So during the month I'm off, I will at least try to go on Twitter, at least to update you guys a little bit more on my progress and let you guys know when I actually come back. I mean, obviously it will be sometime in June. So, but definitely keep an eye out on Twitter. My Twitter handle is Crypto49er. Follow me on Twitter if you guys want to get some updates on when I will be back, because I definitely need to spend a lot of time just to fix these two particular things, the Patreon and the whole GitHub repo. So that is my video for today, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in a month. If it isn't crypto, it isn't worth mining, it isn't worth speculating. Peace out.